Hey guys, welcome back. It has been a little bit since I've posted, and I'm trying out a new background. I'm not sure how I feel about the lighting, so let me know your opinion. I just want something different than like my clothing rack being in the background, so now we can all look at my unfinished photo wall, but you know, it's still cute. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the Sephora sale. So when y'all are seeing this, the sale will actually start tomorrow, the 5th, for Rouge members, which I am a part of, so I got my little 20% starts April 5th lady coupon in the mail. The whole time, I will say this, so Rouge is $4.5 to $4.15, that's 20% off the whole time. Sephora collection for everybody's 30% off, that's $4.5 to $4.15 as well. And then we have VIB 15% off starting $4.9, and then Insider 10% off starting $4.9. It's been forever since I've been a VIB or an Insider, but I'm pretty sure that like if y'all don't have a Sephora rewards program, then you can sign up for it today to get that 10% off on April 9th. So I am Rouge because I like makeup and skincare and hair care, so I mean, sue me. But for this video, I thought I would recommend some of my favorite things from Sephora. I have a lot of things I could recommend, just depending on what you are in the market for. I'm also going to show you my wish list, which I want y'all to know when I make a wish list that I do not buy everything on it. I just have to kind of ponder. So if my mom is watching this, I'm not buying everything on this wish list. It's just stuff that I need to replenish on, or things I've been kind of looking at that I would rather buy with a sale. But you also don't need to buy anything at all. This is just if you're in the market for something, or if you need a review on something. That's what I'm providing today. I do not think that anybody needs to spend money on makeup or hair care or skincare if that's not something in your budget, and it's quite frankly something that I probably don't need to be spending any money on. But here we are. I still have a wish list. I still have things to say. So yeah, let's get in and go through it. But we're going to start off with makeup. I'll kind of go through each category. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff here, so just bear with me, but I do want to give a shout out to items that I do think are really good and that I think are worth the money, especially if you're getting a discount on them. So let's jump in. Let's start with foundations and concealers. Okay, so I'm going to do one foundation and concealer set that is more affordable, and one that's a little bit higher priced, but not so high priced that it's in the luxury makeup category. So let's start off with the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer and foundation. Now, there's going to be a little bit of an issue with my foundations because these are my summer Alyssa foundations, and we are still very pale, very Casper right now because it's been super cloudy in Texas. So I don't know the sun right now apparently, but yeah, so I really love these. This foundation is very affordable and it will be 30% off along with the concealer. I am shade 15.5N, and I don't know if anybody else has like trauma from the orange, like 3 shades darker than we actually wore foundation from like middle school and high school, but I tend to either get my exact skin tone or maybe a smidge lighter than my skin tone for like when I put bronzer and stuff on when I pick foundations. So during the summer, this is definitely a little bit light. It's probably dark for me right now. And I've I've used a lot of this. I might replenish on this because I'm actually close to being out. So this is really good for my skin. I am very much combination. I'm dry everywhere except my T-zone. My T-zone gets super oily, but then my skin flakes and like cracks everywhere else. It's very annoying, but this foundation stays on. It looks really nice, and I actually wore this all over Italy this summer, and it was hot and it stayed on. It looked good for any of the pictures I took. And then this concealer, I just got it, but this really does make your under eyes glow. And this is a few shades lighter than my natural skin tone. And I always do lighter in concealer because I like to brighten my under eyes. I don't really have problems with dark circles or anything. I just want to brighten it up because I don't like sleeping, and so I feel like I have dull under eyes. And then let's see, this is another one that's really good for my skin, and I actually have these two on my face right now. And this is the Haus Labs foundation, the Triclone Skin Tech foundation. I'm shade 160 light neutral, and this is once again a little bit dark for me right now, a little bit darker than I would prefer, but this is definitely a good summer foundation for me. And then I have the Haus Labs concealer in Fair Rosy. I love this concealer too. This is once again very brightening for my under eyes, and it just blends in so perfectly. I could not ask for anything better, and this foundation is just super comfortable on your skin. Once again, it doesn't do anything crazy like flake off or, you know, start to look cakey. It's really good with my combination skin. The only thing I wish, and I don't think Haus Labs has a powder. I should definitely check on that when I look at the wish list, but I wish they had a setting powder that went with this because I would be all over that. So there's my two concealer foundation like sets that kind of go together. You obviously do not have to buy them together. Like, you can use the Haus Labs foundation with the Sephora concealer or vice versa. But I just kind of use these in combination together when I use them. So just put them together for you, but we have kind of a more affordable option and then a little bit more expensive for the Haus Labs. Now, as far as powder goes, I've been using the Easy Bake by Huda Beauty, and this is the Cherry Blossom Cake. Kind of like a pinky undertone. I feel like this helps brighten up my under eyes a lot too. I do have to be pretty aggressive with it to get my shine off of my forehead. I have a couple of powders from indie brands that I like better for my forehead just because it really mattifies all that oil that I have there. But as far as Sephora powders go, I am a fan of this one. Huda Beauty also has their loose powder, which I also really like. It's just, it's messier to have powder that will just fly everywhere. And I like that this is all compact, it's easier to travel with. But if y'all have good powder recommendations, I would love to hear those, because a powder is definitely something I would be in the market for. So this is probably going to be a shock to almost everybody, but I only have one eyeshadow palette to show y'all. I've been really obsessed with indie brand eyeshadow palettes lately, so I don't actually have a ton that I've bought from Sephora, but this one I keep reaching for now that I found it in my stash, and this is the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, and this has just been a really great go-to for every day. it's so great to work with. I love Huda's eyeshadow, all of them. I've never tried an eyeshadow palette from her that I did not like, and this one I just really love. And because the sale's coming up, it is tempting me to get her grunge palette because that's the only one I don't have, I believe. I don't need it though. I really don't, but I just know that her eyeshadows are going to perform, and that's such a big deal to me, is knowing that you can get a brand and it's going to work. And eyeshadow is a little bit different than foundation in my opinion. Like, your skin can go through seasons, but like, if y'all have a good eyeshadow formula and it's good, then it's good typically. Although there's some brands that go back and forth with formulas, which I don't really get that, but I'm not a makeup chemist, so neither here nor there. But that is the one eyeshadow palette I would recommend. Or, I mean, God, Huda has so many good palettes, so anything from Huda Beauty you can't go wrong with as far as eyeshadow goes. Okay, let's do bronzer next. I have two bronzers, and y'all, these have both seen some stuff, so please do not look at all the eyelash glue on these. The first one is definitely a luxury brand. It's a Gucci bronzer, and I love this bronzer. I know it looks like I have not even made a dent in it, but this is the bronzer of the summer. I love the way it looks on my skin. I love the way it blends. It's so beautiful. Now, I do have this on my wish list to get a little bit of a lighter bronzer because I haven't been able to use this like I want to since I'm still Casper. So this one is shade number 2. So I must be having shade number 1 on my wish list. If I happen to have shade number 2, that just means I'll have to suck it up and wait till summer. But that's the first bronzer. And then the second one is also from House Labs. And this I use as my eyeshadow like crease to just help define my eye. Obviously use it as a bronzer. These look to be about the same bronze, but I would say this one's a little bit more buildable. The Gucci bronzer, for me at least, it comes out full force, like it's ready to party. The House Labs one I can slowly build, so it is good for all seasons because I'm wearing it right now. It's not too dramatic, it's just what I need it to be, but I can keep building upon it as well and deepen up my bronze a little bit. So with that said, I probably don't need to get the Gucci bronzer for winter time, Melissa. Make some smart decisions already as we go through this, but love both of these. The House Labs shade is light level 4, and I think that, if I'm not mistaken, that is Lady Gaga's shade 2, and this is her brand in case you are not aware. So if that kind of helps you as well. I'm personally fair with neutral undertones. That's what I've been told, at least, because I can have warm and cool toned hair. Just going off of what I've heard, I would say that Lady Gaga has a different skin tone than me. I could not tell you her undertones or anything like that, but I believe that's like the shade that she wears, and it has worked beautifully for me as well. So if that rambling helps you decide what shade you might be, then next up, let's do some blush. I will be perfectly honest that, I mean, 2 of these are luxury. One is mid-range. I don't have any blushes that would be considered affordable. Now, if I do something similar, like with what they have at Ulta, or I mean, like drugstore brands, like I love ColourPop and Kiko Milano blushes, but I reach for these 3 all the time. Now, I will say, with the Gucci blushes, I have 3 different colors and I use like all of them very frequently. So we'll start with that one. Once again, luxury brand, and this is the Gucci blush in True Pink. This is what I have on today. It is the perfect, softest pink blush. You can build it. It's great for summer, it's great for winter, it's great for fall, it's great for spring, every season. I'm obsessed with it and it blends so beautifully. I just can't see this blush looking bad on anybody. So love all the Gucci blushes. They have tons of different colors. I'm a pink blush girly myself, but I have this apricot one as well that I wear during the summer when I'm more bronze and golden, and that's a really, really pretty color as well. So the Gucci blushes, have no issue with any of them. If you like the colors of the Gucci blushes, the Too Faced Cloud Crush blushes are also very nice, and I would say pretty similar actually, but they are still not what I would call affordable. They're still pricier, but a good alternative if you don't want to spend quite as much on Gucci blushes. The next one that I've also been wearing a lot, I think I saw this on Georgie Clark's Instagram and I was like, oh, I have to try it, and I'm like almost positive I snuck this into my mom's basket when I was home over Christmas. I think so. But this is the Dior blush in Rosy Glow 001 Pink. But this is just another really beautiful pink color. It's a little bit brighter than the Gucci pink. It's kind of reminds me of like Barbie pink a little bit. Like it pops, and it also blends super well. I have not used this a ton during winter because it is bright. I cannot wait to have a nice tan and wear this because I think it's just going to be so beautiful in the summer with some really pretty rosy highlighter. So really love that. Dior's blushes also come in a bunch of different colors. I'm a little bit curious to dabble in some of their new colors, but we will see, because I obviously have a lot of blush, so I don't know if I need to venture down that rabbit hole. And then the last one I have is a little bit more affordable, but this is Iconic London. And this is a darker pink, almost like a, I don't know, like a mauve. Maybe mauve is the right color. But it's still pink, but it definitely has like some purpley undertones. It's a little bit darker. This is called Kissed by the Sun Multi-Use Cheek Glow in shade Playtime. So I just wear this as, oh, why is the lisp coming out? I absolutely love this color. I love that it's a little bit darker than some of the other blushes that I have, but it has that really beautiful sparkle in it as well. So another one that, because it's a deeper shade, it looks better during winter than some like super bright shades. But this is also going to be so gorgeous with just naturally bronzed skin. And I kind of think this might even be cute like as a highlighter, like on your collarbones during the summer too. But don't quote me on that. I have not tried that yet because this will be my first summer with this blush. But it once again blends very well. I don't have a ton of stuff from Iconic London, but I'm very curious about trying more of their products because this has just worked so well for me. Alright guys, we have highlighters up next, and much to sticking with my House Labs theme, I have almost completely House Labs on my face today, so I love it. But this is the, oh guys, there we go. One of the colors, this is Pink Amethyst, and the highlighter. And this is the Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighter. I am obsessed with these highlighters. I have a few different colors. I have one that's pink, one that's like a chocolate brown that I put in the corners of my eyes or all over my eyelid, and that's super pretty as well. These highlighters, you can build them up. They can be subtle or they can be made into be seen from space. I've been able to build this up to where it's like, let me blind somebody, which I'm still really into, I'm not going to lie. Do y'all remember that meme where it said highlight only the important areas, and then, oh my gosh, who, it must have just been some influencer, but had the most gorgeous beaming highlighter on, and I'm like, that's when I was teaching, I would have left one of my students to do that. But you can build this up to that. Now, if you want something beaming from the second you put it on, this, I think I blinded everybody in the office this week. This is the Rare Beauty highlighter in Enlighten. And ooh, this beams. I mean, look at that. The second you put it on, no layering, it's just, it's very glowy. And I haven't actually tried anything else from Rare Beauty, so this was my first Rare Beauty buy, and I'm obsessed with it. It's really, really pretty. I think this is another one that is very exciting for summertime, and it's neutral enough too though that if you need like a good fall winter highlighter, this is still great because it's light enough to where it's not like you need to, how do I say that? You know, sometimes with some highlighters, it just looks better if you have some self-tan on, if you're bronze. But this, I mean, look how I'm pale right now, and look at that. Some of my other highlighters just don't do that unless I have like a little bit of a tan to contrast the color on my skin, compared to the highlighter, if y'all know where I'm going with that. But love this one. And then this was kind of just like a, I had some Sephora points I needed to use, and so I decided to go for this. And I think what drew me to this was that I wanted to get that Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm palette, but I just was like, I don't know if I need to spend $75 on that. So this Dior one was less expensive. I don't remember how much it was. I barely paid anything for it because I had so many points that I needed to use. But this is a little highlight quad. And I know that there's two different colors that you can purchase. But I just absolutely love this. I have not used the dark brown shade yet, but I've used the other three, and they are just so pretty. Like that pink, you layer that pink right there like on a blush, is just absolutely stunning. And this is, like I said, I tried a couple Dior lip products before, but I've never tried their face products. And this, I'll tell you guys this blush, let's see if I can get enough on my finger too. It's very difficult to blend that out without my blush brush. But this blush with this highlighter layered on top of each other is so pretty. I just can't even stand it. It's gorgeous. So definitely a high-end bronzing quad, but it seems like plenty of product in each of those. Like it'll take me a while to use these, but I just love this. And the blush bronze color, I cannot wait to use that this summer when I can like mix that a little bit with my bronzer and just really have a good time with it. So those are my highlighters. Once again, nothing I would call drugstore, but the Rare Beauty and House Labs are definitely more affordable in comparison to the Dior. So I think the last thing I have right now is lipstick. Yeah. So what I have on my lips today is the House Labs lip crayon, which I kind of almost use as a lip liner. And you can definitely put this all over your lips as well, but I kind of use it as a lip liner. And this is the shade Melon Matte, and I found that it actually is really pretty with this Gucci lipstick. Okay, let's give a little bit of respect to how beautiful that is. But this lipstick, it's like the contrast between the two go really well together. Like I said, that's what's on my lips today, and this sets down really well on your lips if you use it all over. Sometimes I'll put like a lip oil on top of it. That's super pretty. And this lipstick is in shade Call It a Day, and this sets down really well. However, I can start feeling it a little bit when I'm talking a lot, which enter this Gucci. This is the Beauty Brilliant lipstick, or like lip gloss. This is a little bit glossier, not even glossier, maybe balmier is the word I'm looking for. And this sits really well on my lips when I'm talking all day. So you can see it has like a nice little sheen to it, but I don't need to wear lip liner with this necessarily. So it's not like a lipstick exactly. I don't know what I would classify it as, but definitely balmier, but you can speak all day and not have it like, you guys know what I'm talking about, like when you can feel your lipstick like coming together like inside your lips. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So this, if you're talking all day, very good. This, if you're not talking as much, but still beautiful. And this, lip liner or lipstick, whatever you want it to be. So there's the makeup section, and now we can get into some quick skincare and hair care. Okay, hair care, I pulled out my Oribe Signature shampoo. If you are just looking to, there we go. If you're looking to completely splurge on a shampoo, but I've had this bottle since the Sephora sale last year. I only use this once a week because it does cost a lot. I'm about halfway through it. You do not need very much if you have fine hair like I do. I have fine hair, and even when I had extensions in, we didn't put so many rows in that it made me have like really thick hair. So I was good with just the smallest dollop of this because it is so rich, but it has made my hair feel really good. I feel smooth. I feel luxurious with this shampoo. I'm absolutely obsessed, but that's if you really want to splurge. There's other shampoo out there that you can use. I really feel like this has done wonders for my hair, and it kept my extensions really healthy when I had those. Something else I've been using is scalp serums and scrubs, and I have two that I really like right now. Why is this not wanting to focus? So the more affordable one is the Inky List, and this is the glycolic acid exfoliating scalp scrub. So I will actually put this on my scalp like maybe 2 hours before I do a hair oil mask, and we'll just kind of massage it around. If I have to use a lot of dry shampoo any day, then I'll put this in before I go to bed just to kind of give my scalp a little bit of a cleanse. But if I like my Sunday hair masks, I always use the Fable and Ming soothing serum on my scalp. And I actually do this the night before. So like last night was Saturday, and I put this on my scalp last night, and you can see that it didn't make my scalp greasy. I do have a little bit of dry shampoo in, but this serum, I love sitting with this overnight. The only thing is it comes in the tiniest bottle. So I try to be careful with how much I'm using at a time, but I'll usually just take the dropper and like drop, 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 drop down the back of my scalp. And then the hair oil that I use is the Holly Roots hair oil from Fable and Ming. And there we go. I love this hair oil. I always do my oil mask with it, but you can always put this at the ends of your hair. If you're just having like dry hair one day, that definitely works as well. But I love to let my hair sit with this for a couple of hours, and then I wash my hair. So those are all hair products I would recommend. I've been really trying to take good care of my scalp so that my hair grows. I just had to cut off quite a few inches of my hair because it was dead. So I'm trying to like start from scratch with a more natural hair color and no extensions, which has been admittedly very difficult. So with that said, let's talk about skincare. So skincare, I am a big fan of Glow Recipe and Caudalie. So Caudalie, I love their cleanser. I actually have maybe their cleanser, maybe a toner in my wish list. But this first product is the makeup removing cleansing oil. I have been loving this as my first cleanse. This is what I take my makeup off with at night, and I just absolutely love it. It gets everything off, and then I'll use a cleanser and cleanse off everything else, because this definitely makes like a little bit of a mess. Like you can just see my eye makeup like melting away. But I love Caudalie. Caudalie is always going to have a special place in my heart. Speaking of toners, this Glow Recipe Cloudberry Bright Essence Toner has become my favorite nighttime toner. So I'm weird. I have a cleanser and a toner for the morning, and then I have a cleanser and a toner for the evening. And I guess I just do that based on like knowing which one reacts better to having makeup put over it versus which one works better taking the rest of my makeup off. So I like the Glow Recipe for the evening because it's an essence toner, so I like want that to like sit on my skin and not be disrupted by makeup, if that makes sense. And I'm not a skincare expert. I could just be making stuff up in my own head and making up my own reality, but I am so impressed with this, and I don't know. I think the bottle's cute and it smells really good. I don't know what a cloudberry is, but I love it. And let's see. Also with Glow Recipe, I have been loving this hyaluronic lip balm. Oh, this is supposed to be berry, I think. Oh, plum. I always make sure I wash my hands before I put this on, but I just love this. If I'm not wearing lipstick during the day, I'll keep putting this on consistently because I do talk at my job the majority of the day, so it's nice to have something right there. But yeah, the only thing I don't like about these pods is that you get to like put your fingers in there, and I don't know. Sometimes I'm just like, but clean hands, you're good to go. And then I need like replenishments on a lot of my skincare, so we're gonna see that in the wish list. But my last like skincare item is also from Caudalie, and this is the Smooth and Glow Oil Elixir. It has such a unique scent. I guess it's the prickly pear that's in here, but I use this for a couple of things. So every morning when I wake up, right before I do yoga, I dry brush my face, and then I put some of this on my skin, and then I put my eye patches over it, and then I do yoga for about 30 minutes. And it's just such a beautiful morning ritual. I don't know if this is meant for your face, but it makes my face feel really good. So that's what I do every morning, and I just love it. And this is very rich. You do not need very much. I got this in the Venice train station in June, and I've only had to use that much. It's very rich. You barely need anything unless you want just like an oily mess all over your face. But I am looking forward to wearing this during summer too, like on my décolleté, to just kind of give the skin an extra oomph. But I love this. I don't know how much this is in the US, but if you get a discount on it, it's so worth it, seriously. And then my last thing, this is one to shout out to my mom for replenishing me so that I did not have to. It was funny because my mom had seen somewhere over the weekend that this lotion was really good, and so she got me a little tub of it, which, if y'all know, the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. And she said, well, it got delivered to you, but as I was waiting to see if it arrived to you or not, I realized that she's probably already tried it. And I started laughing when she told me what it was, because I've been through like 2 or 3 tubs of these, and I love the smell. It smells like summer, and I've used this on my legs, obviously my arms. I keep one of these by me during the day to put lotion on my hands and like my elbows and whatnot. But I just thought it was so funny because I was literally like at my last little bit of my last one, and then this arrived. So Sol de Janeiro has a bunch of different scents of these, and they have their little perfumes as well. I like the original scent a lot. There's also a cherry one that smells pretty good, and I'm not typically a cherry person. The new purple one apparently attracts spiders, so I will never be trying that. I know that's like a myth, but I don't care. I've looked too much into it, and now I'm terrified. So but this is the lotion that I use at night, in the morning, throughout the day, and I think they have like stand-up bottles of it, like whatever you're into, but I highly recommend because it's really good. Alright guys, and now we're on to my Sephora wish list, which I will try to display right here if I am indeed smart enough to figure that out. I've watched tutorials about how to get it over here, but it's all using different editing systems, and who knows what I'm going to be able to do. But let's get this screen recording going. Okay, so my wish list, and like I said, I just throw stuff on here if I'm like, I'm kind of interested in that. That does not mean I'm going to buy everything. Okay, so just saying. Now, a couple of these things, I watched Angie Newquist's video this morning, so I was definitely influenced by a couple of things from her wish list, or her, you should definitely try this. And she does have oily skin as well. And I know I said mine's combo, but I need stuff that like works for that oily part of my face, my T-zone. So the first thing that she recommended that I was interested in was the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. And I was specifically interested in this because that tretinoin, I don't know if it's like a form of retinol. I don't really know. My mom got some for me and I love it. It feels great on the oily parts of my skin, but as you can imagine, the dry parts of my skin are horrified by that product. But apparently this like helps kind of like slough off the dead skin after that, so I would really like to try that out. And then I'm also in the market for another face primer. My Kiko Milano face primer is like my go-to right now, but I don't know if it's still available. It might have been limited edition, or it could have been one of the collections that you can only get in Europe, so I'm SOL anyway. But Angie recommended this Glow Recipe Strawberry Pore Smooth Blur Drops. So I love Glow Recipe already. I mean, I also have their cleanser, which I love. I'm almost out of that though. But I would love to try that, so I think I might give that a go. And then we have from Iconic London. I've told y'all I want to try more of their things. They have a smoky eye eyeliner and eyeshadow in Juniper Green that just looks absolutely beautiful. Like, I think I would just be so on board with that, and I love green eyeshadow since I have green eyes. So I'm kind of curious about that. Now, this is another thing. I do not need a blush and glow duo. I don't, but do you see how beautiful for summer that would be? That's all I can think about. I am so into like spring and fall fashion, and I love rainy days, but when we start getting close to summer, all I can think about is how dewy and bronze and glowy my skin's going to be. And this reminds me of what summer skin should look like. So I'm very curious about that. Now, another highlighter that Angie had mentioned was this Too Faced Moon Crush highlighter in Shooting Star. I'm curious about this. I don't know that I need this, but I just put it on there. I just threw it on my little wish list just in case. I don't need it at all, but I do like the way that little, you know, shooting star looks in there. And then here's where I need some help, okay? I've been using the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Lash and Brow Serum, and I truly, really do like it. I just wish in their reviews that you could see like before and afters from other people. I'm not a great, I mean, I could be an amazing candidate for a before and after because my eyelashes are so sparse, but like I kind of want to see other people that have normal eyelashes, like what it's done for them. And I've never been able to like really see a full before and after, but this Benefit one came across and they had a before and after. Now, it's not the most dramatic before and after, but it's something at least, okay? And has half a star more, but it's $52. I don't know. If y'all have tried this Benefit Lash Serum, let me know. Please do not recommend the Grande Lashes one to me. Do not. I do not know what happened, if I got a bad batch. The last one gave me pink eye in both of my eyes, and I know it was that because I had used nothing different. I had not done anything weird to get pink eye. I know, ugh, my students gave me so much shit when I got pink eye, but I know it came from that 100%. And y'all can have your own opinions about it. I probably got a bad batch, but I don't care. Anything that gives me that gnarly eye infection, no, just no. So if you could help me decide between those two, otherwise I'll probably just go with my tried and true, The Ordinary. Alright, now here oh god, I have so many lip glosses on here. This Armani Beauty lip gloss with squalene, raspberry pink. God, that's so beautiful. And I will be honest, y'all, I typically prefer glosses to lipsticks because I don't know, my lips are like an afterthought for me because I talk so much, and I just love a good lip gloss, and this is so intriguing to me. Even this Candy Halo Classic Pink. I know they look the same, but they're not. And I'm saying that for the benefit of, you know, people who might be watching to support me that don't know anything about makeup. But these two are completely different, and they're both beautiful, and I'm tempted. So, if you have tried the Armani Beauty Prismaglass Hydrating Lip Gloss, please let me know. Let me know if it's worth it. As far as concealer goes, I have two really good concealers that I love, but I am halfway through both of those, the House Labs and the Sephora one. And I swatched this Gucci one, and I'm intrigued. It felt really nice, I won't lie. So I just kind of need to do some soul searching on that. Something else that felt really nice was the Gucci lip gloss. You're going to see a theme that I like pink lip glosses, and I also like pink blushes. So I've swatched these as well. It's not my favorite lip gloss, but the sheen of it was so pretty, and I would like to try it, you know? I would like to spend some time with it and see if that's like a good journey for me. And then, okay, so here we get to some skincare areas. So Caudalie versus Glow Recipe for my new morning cleanser. I ran out of my Caudalie Vingo Pure Pore Purifying Gel Cleanser months ago. Replaced it with the Glow Recipe Blueberry Bounce cleanser, which I love, but I only have about that much left. And I love it. I love both of them, but I'm somebody that's like, I'm gonna try something new. And so I'm like, do I get the Vingo Pure that I know, or do I try the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier Cleanser? I'm very intrigued by this. I kind of want to try it. What do you think? Have you tried these cleansers? Is this better than the blueberry? Should I stick with the blueberry? Should I stick with Caudalie's cleanser? Would love to know. Now, there's a Caudalie mask I would like to try, and this is the Hydra Moisturizing Mask. I have never met a Caudalie mask that I did not like. I've gone through 2 tubes of them. I do face masks twice a week, and I really have always been impressed with the Caudalie ones. I've never tried this one before though. So I don't know, maybe y'all have tried this one. I've tried the green bottle and the blue one. I don't know what line that is, but I have the little serum here from this pink line, and it was really good. I say I have it, I ran out of it, but it was good. Now my next decision is I need my morning toner, and I ran out of my Caudalie toner. So I can do my tried and true, which is the Vingo Pure Salicylic Acid Pore Minimizing Toner, or I can try the moisturizing toner with rose water, which I'm kind of curious about. I've always loved stuff with rose water in it, so what should I get? Do you have an opinion? I don't. I just know that the salicylic acid one has always been great for me, but I do love rose water infused skincare products, so I'm a little bit torn. And then here's the Gucci bronzer that I probably just need to remove from my basket. But yeah, I put color 1 in there for fair, because my 2 bronzers right now are just a smidge dark for me right now. And then let's see, my Sephora collection eyebrow pencil, that's just tried and true. That's the only eyebrow pencil I use. I use that brow pencil with some Kiko Milano brow hair mascara, and I don't think I'll ever stop using those 2 things. Lily lashes, that's what I'm wearing right now. I love their Milan lashes, so I'll probably get a couple pairs of those. Now these are more expensive than the Ardell ones or the Kiss ones, but I can seriously wear these about 20 times, so it's worth it to get the Lily lashes, and they look a little bit more natural. When I wear the Lily lashes, or there's an indie brand called Artitude, when I wear Lily or Artitude lashes, people think they're my real lashes and ask me like, what happened, like how'd you get those? Or if nothing else, they just think they're really well done lash extensions, which is such a compliment. That's what I want them to look like. So it's worth the splurge instead of just having like synthetic lashes all the time. And then this lip gloss by Give by Gwen Stefani, very intrigued by. As you can see, I picked a pink color again, but I'm also interested in that pink color. But this is Collagen Lip Gel. I just think these look so pretty. So I don't know, have you guys tried these? What do you think? I'm intrigued. I need to narrow down my lip choices, that is for sure. I do have a few lip oils, but I'm running out of them because I do put them on every day along with that Glow Recipe Plum Plump. But how does one choose? I don't get it. But anyway, moving on. I used almost a full face of Haus Labs today, and I'm missing a blush from them because they just came out with their blushes again, and I'm very excited. This pink color looks absolutely gorgeous. Some of these other colors look really pretty, but I don't know if they're exactly what I would be looking for. Like this French Rosette one actually might be interested in as well, especially for summer. That's going to look so good with highlighter and beautiful bronzer. Let's just put a little heart next to that. What do you guys think? So yeah, Haus Labs blush I'm very much looking forward to. And while we're here, we need to see if Haus Labs has face powder. I don't think that they do, but let's double check. The last thing that I've heard rave reviews about is this Makeup by Mario Master Mattes eyeshadow palette. When I'm working from home during the week, I don't typically put on like my colorful makeup unless I'm filming something, and this is something that would just be good to help me be put together without going over the top crazy with my makeup while I'm just sitting here on my walking treadmill. While I'm standing on my walking treadmill all day. So I'm kind of intrigued by this. Like, that's just a beautiful natural little look that you can do, throw together. It makes me feel more put together when I have eyeshadow and like some makeup on during the day. So that's where I'm kind of coming from with that. Now let's just check real quick. Does Haus Labs have powder? I don't think they do. They do. Oh. They do. So just added that to my wish list, but with all that said, I have to know, what are y'all thinking about getting? Is there anything that you think I should take a look at from any of the brands I mentioned, or just a brand I forgot about altogether? Is there anything that you think is like, Alyssa, please don't, because it sucks? If something is not good and you've tried it, please tell me, and tell me why as well. If you have really dry skin and you're like, hey, I have really dry skin everywhere, this is why it didn't work for me, or my skin's oily, this didn't work for me, or I'm Casper like you and this looked yellow, I look like I had, you know, is that disease called jaundice when you're looking yellow? Yeah, I don't want to look like that. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But what are you most looking forward to from the Sephora sale? Or are you just skipping it altogether this year, or this season? the twice a year, correct? But anyway, I would love to know. Give me your thoughts. If you have questions, let me know. But otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video next week, where we will be talking about part 2 of the Adnan Syed case. But until then, have a great rest of your week and enjoy the Sephora sale. Bye.